If you live or work in Bradenton, how's it going? We asked because Mayor Wayne Postman wants a 5th term in office. He has 2 challenges, one of whom is one of the mayor's former police officers. ABC 7's Adam Cellini reports.
As Bradenton's incumbent Mayor Wayne Postman goes for his 5th consecutive term, he'll have to face 2 challengers, one of which has made for a campaign filled with drama.
I really didn't mean to turn this into a career. That's just the way it went.
When Wayne Postman first ran for mayor, he said he only wanted to serve 2 4-year terms. That was 16 years ago.
The police department, fire department are really behind me in election and running again. They're the ones that really came to me and said, look, we don't want to lose you.
This campaign, he's confident his resume speaks for itself. Postman has helped retain the Pittsburgh Pirates and was behind the creation of the Bradenton Riverwalk, both major economic drivers for the city. But he's most proud of a crime rate he says dropped 6% this past year.
We seem to be on a roll, and I want to keep that up.
But one of his former police officers disagrees and is challenging him for mayor. Warren Merriman thinks he can do better, particularly when it comes to the area's heroin epidemic.
We were recently named as the #1 drug death capital in Florida, and that's not a rank that I want to ever hear again. So you have to get the dealers off the street. And coming from a law enforcement background, I know how to do that.
Merriman's background includes 18 years with Bradenton Police, most recently in the role of deputy chief. That ended in January after a judge ruled he falsified work hours. Seemingly in retribution, Merriman has publicly chastised the department for letting its state accreditation expire and shed light on an internal investigation into missing evidence that was being kept from the public eye.
You need to be transparent and not rely on a candidate to call it out. The police commissioner should have been transparent and let the public know.
Postman, who also serves as police commissioner, maintains he in no way mishandled either situation.
Mr. Merriman doesn't have much else. It's one of the things where you throw the stuff on the wall and see what sticks.
The third candidate says out with the old and in with the new. After serving on committees with the school district and as president of the Suncoast Latin Chamber of Commerce, 29-year-old Eleuterio Salazar is ready for public office.
People are tired of the good old boy system. People want to be done with that because this city and this county don't need to be run by developers. They need to be run by leaders who actually care and want to be represented.
Salazar has directed his campaign efforts at the impoverished areas of Bradenton, promising to be their voice downtown. He says transparency will be the mantra of his time in office, but he also wants to create more attainable housing and entertainment downtown for Bradenton's future leaders and workers.
When you ask millennials what they like to do, it's always something outside of Bradenton. And that's not what it should look like. You know, we need to attract and make sure that our millennials come back to stay here.
In November, voters will decide whether they're happy with the status quo or if they're ready for a little change in City Hall. Both challengers have also presented the idea of creating a grant writer position for the city to go after state and federal funding, something they feel Mayor Postman has underutilized during his time in office. In Bradenton, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.